Hola fam, it's Eva Annie. I'm going to read you something as I've been contemplating. And if it doesn't fit, don't throw a fit and move on with it because I'm not having it. See you, bye. Okay, here we go. How do you describe something that is more than one thing? Just ponder, will you, please? And when you define it, this pixelated, fractured, fixated, definitive, polar from a limited, concluded point of view, it's limiting, but how do you then describe a thing? Knowing you will only reach the level of the received, does this ring faulty? Or, with so many spaces I can and cannot conclude in all this knowing and yet limited point of view, you can only see a crescent moon that is actually one half apart to a spiraling infinitely in this polarity. At some point, the pendulum swings the other way, and when and where it exists, the whole other reality. Energetically, as that is the true currency that exists beyond this red zone level, from chaos to, well, as it's different from every perspective from which you look, gaze, or perceive. All right, thank you for being here. I'm Eva Annie. Something about the number 2. I found a penny that said 2022, and then I rolled a dice, and it rolled on the number 2, and then I had this dollar bill that someone gave me that was a 2. So, look up the number 2, angel number 2, spirit message 2, universe messages, whatever, 222, or just the number 2. Something about relationships, I believe. Let's find out, shall we? Collaborating. Relationships. Did I say romantic? I don't know yet. Let's see. Well, the King of Love is here. Just kidding. This might be you actually just being emotionally mature in your ability to collaborate with others, where these 2 9s in the middle. Here you are, trapped inside your own mind when you could release yourself into this wish fulfillment, because there's conflict here on this side. Conflict on this side by the wish fulfillment, and in your head about your, well, true emotions, I believe. Something to do with collaborating. Let's see. What else? The Empress. And the 3 of Cups. The Empress. The Empress. She wants to create something new. This is releasing yourself. 2, 2, 2. The new world. I mean, a new beginning. This is something new, creating something new, where there's a collaboration that is joyful, where there can be celebration, and it's not clouded in this conflict and this mind trap, your subconscious, your past, right? This is something new. You've released yourself from deception, but I believe this is your own deception to yourself. Because, like I was saying earlier, how are you defining this thing that has you trapped in the first place? Can it be more than one thing? And when you define it, this pixelated, fractured, fixated, polar, definitive, concluded from a limited point of view, that's what I'm saying. How do you then describe a thing knowing you will only reach the level of the received? Does this ring faulty? I think so. So what are we deceiving ourselves about? Specifically, I think it has to do with your heart and your emotions. Anyways, let's see. relationships. Ah, here she is in her own garden. Fine. She's fine by herself. She's good. She's good on her own. But something is longing. There's a longing and a desire that is not being met from the heart space, and it is creating this conflict and mind trap. This is you stuck in your mind, going around and round and round, only seeing the swords around you. And in the middle is this wish fulfillment. But he is again on his own, just fine with his cups, celebrating. And over here, in this new beginning, there is collaborating and celebrating and friendships. And she's creating. The Empress has achieved all 4 levels of the swords and the cups and the wands and the pentacles. So what's missing? Ah, here you are, contemplating what's missing then. I have everything I need around me that I've gathered on my own. What's missing? You're deceiving yourself. You're strategizing. You're running off with these 5 swords and you've left these the two again. You've left 2 behind. Something about a relationship or a 2. What is this 2? Ooh, something that's ended. What is this 10 of swords? This is the Fool, new beginning again. Or are you trying to find this new beginning after an ending, but you can't seem to move forward because you're deceiving yourself? You've had to go inside. You've had to go light your own lantern, which is fine. You went into your own garden. You built your 9 pentacles, but there's still 1 more if you want 10. Must there be an ending before a beginning? Probably. That's why you had to go inward. And now we have a Queen of Wands. Passion, confidence, desire. I don't know why I like that. Anyway, this is reminiscing as well. What is this of your past? What do we want to talk about this? Oh. Your past? A King and Queen of Wands? Oh, are you denying something? You know. You know. You know. You know. Otherwise, we wouldn't have the Fool. And, I'm sorry, but the Hermit is wise. He's gone inside. He knows what he wants to create. He knows this new world, this new beginning, this new... But how do you create something new from something old? That is the question, maybe. Why is that the question? Ah. Winning at all costs. You will do and stop at nothing to get the outcome that you want. Does anyone really win in that scenario? How do we feel about this 5 of Wands? Swords. Yeah, the swords. It's something that's the conflict. That's the conflict we had here. I'd rather have this sparring than this battlefield that you're standing alone. Woohoo! Shit. I'm tired. There's nothing around me but death. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. That was a little... And now you're all up in your head, And the owls are here trying to help you learn the lesson. What is it you need to learn from this past so that you can move forward? Well, let's see. Oh, the Two of Cups. The two. How does that make you feel? Seeing those two there. Staring into each other's eyes. This halo that is connected. There's three. See, 1, 2, 3. Spirit and you two. That's a divine connection. But you're all confused. And you need to make a judgment call. And the choice is yours because you have free will. And you're all up in your head, worried, nervous, scared, whatever, fear. Speak your truth. That is your advice from Spirit here. If anything, whatever happens, we're not going to think about the outcome or the expectations or what we want to happen or how we can manipulate it into becoming what we want it to be. Mold it, you see. No, that's not how we do this. That's the old way. Literally, the only thing you need to do right now is speak your truth. And don't come at it from a reactive mind trap, win at all costs kind of point of view. Right? Speak your truth. This is integrity. This is honor. This is truth. We're not manipulating our words. We're not trying to deceive. We're not trying to hold anything. Communicate clearly. Communicate clearly your truth. The Page of Swords. I mean the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Right? Wow, how do we not, and, oh, did I, Page of Swords, Queen of Swords, oh my god, and the Cup of Love. How did we not know that this, holy cow, okay, that's a relationship that you're sad or grieving about. Building this new. We already know you can stop at nothing, but let's have it in this energy at least so that we know you can keep going. He's still holding that wand to build the 10 pentacles that he's wanted all along. Which clearly, I don't know why I keep saying he. We have a queen here. But anyways, all these swords here. You have to communicate. That's all that I can say. And you might get triggered, but hey. If you come at it from this angle, Ace of Cups, knowing what you want, coming at it from an Emperor point of view. He has boundaries, but he also, he's logical. He's emotionally mature. He has already built his own, he's happy in his own right. He's not trying to pull it at it from other people, and that's fine. But if you're in your own garden over there, the Emperor needs an Empress, right? So you not seeing this walking away, this ending, this letting go, moving forward to calmer waters. She took those swords and she's in a boat, seeing both perspectives. She's not stuck in those swords. I don't know why these are turned around. Holding on to this last pentacle. She's holding out for this last pentacle. Or he or she. I don't know. You guys have to decide because I'm confused here. But anyway. This is an offer of building that foundation. Of course, you had to build that within yourself first, and we get it. Now we can ride off with our 6 wands of success, achievement, and there's been a healing to this heart space. Here's the 2 again, a choice, right or left. I don't know, you choose, you decide. What frame of heart or mind are you making this decision with? And have you thought about any other side? Is it an old way of you're doing the same thing again? Or maybe you have to let it all go and just, you have to communicate the truth. And no matter what happens, you have to accept that that is what it is, and the lesson is what you take from it to grow. And if it doesn't come in right now, now you know that's not where you need to go, and it's going to lead you there. Trust, have faith. All right, I'm going to get you some other cards. Hold on. Hopefully my battery doesn't die. We're at 1616 minutes when I looked at that. 1616. If you like to look up angel number messages, my spirit guides send me numbers all the time when I'm contemplating things, and it helps me interpret what they're trying to tell me, because I don't always, I speak in mostly symbols and pictures, and that is why I'm an intuitive channeler, message, whatever, storyteller. I'm a storyteller. Here we go. Of the cosmos. The art of transformation. Do we pluck the flower or do we water it? Maybe we can do both. Maybe we can continue to nourish and water this flower and still enjoy some of bringing some of them inside, but still we're not just ripping them out, not paying attention to them. We're creating the garden to continue to give us the flowers that we would like to bring inside. We're not just taking. You have to give that back to the very thing that you want to be taking from, or else it's gonna become toxic. Just saying. So follow your guidance. You're being led somewhere, and if it's not exactly the way you thought it was supposed to be, that's okay. There's something there that you need to see, because the weavers share their magic tea. Sharing is caring. No, I'm just kidding. Look at this. They're pouring into each other, literally. The 2 of Cups, come on. This is relationships. Apparently you had to do some of the healing, and maybe you both did. I don't know, but there was when our subconscious and our past traumas and beliefs that we created around them play out these stories, and we live in this darkness. Well, there's a lantern here for you to see the transformation. These crows, I'm seeing transformation. How do you have a new beginning without letting go of the old? And you can't point outside yourself, because that's just a manifestation of something that's being held inside that hasn't quite been told. So, new love. And forgive yourself. This is also self-love. She's giving herself a hug. Identify one area where you are angry and offer forgiveness. To love yourself enough to heal. That is your message. You desire and want something, that requires something of you. So how can you, oh, there was something I was saying earlier. How can you just ask for something without being willing to become it? Think about that. And how do we come it? How do we reach that level to understand two worlds, but one and the same? When the truth is no one is above or below you, and those who claim to have not yet reached the level. How do you explain chaos if you do not grab one point of view in linear time, a line, when there are 2 points? When all points exist at once, having to go through this enormous change to experience great love. The other side of your pendulum or karma, through the cycles of life and death, ending one to begin another, and somehow always finding each other. That is what is required, and you can only find once you allow yourself. Now I'm allowing myself to be me in my unlimited capacity, knowing love is found in everything. And it will always come back to me. Trust. When it appears to be missing love, that is all there is and ever was and ever will be. And once you are, when two become one, a portal opens up. I don't know. That's just what I've been guided to tell you. So I don't know if this is a Cinderella story, but the time is what I'm being called to look at here. The time. It is time, and it is ticking. The hour is almost up. A choice point that you are in. 22:22 on my clock. That's crazy. 22:22. 2, the 2 of cups, the 2 of wands, a decision. Are you being truthful in your heart, or are you guarding it, or are you not allowing yourself? The weaver's way is true. Whatever you created and believe, that is what comes to you. Nature, the cyclical of all the willows, know your name. This is us all being connected. The nature of the universe that you are co-creating. What do you want? Oh, I'm being called to pull out a green, my green cards. Where are they? Ha! Something about the cyclical nature. Hold on. I'm so weird. But that is who I am, and I'm accepting it because, honestly, I hid myself and was invisible my whole life because people were not very nice. And I was either rejected or shamed or used or abused, and I'm just like, there's no point in trying to be anything for anyone else because they're cruel anyways. So I'm going to choose to love myself, and I just don't care anymore. I am who I am, and here I am. Eva Annie. I hope you do the same. Love without conditions. That is your task. Love without conditions. I did not know this existed at some point until I took the journey to love myself. Are you loving with conditions? Choose to heal. How can you ask for something that you cannot embody? Be without malice. or you'll project it onto everyone and everything. And you'll say it's their fault. Sometimes it is. However, you don't have to accept that in. You are a soul, not just a body. You are not just your mind. In fact, let those thoughts pass through like cars in a traffic lane, and don't grab a hold, and don't make any judgments or stories about them. Just observe them, watch them pass by, see the next one pass by, and slowly, slowly, slowly they get quieter and quieter and quieter. And soon you are in a beautiful garden and Mother Nature is wrapping its arms around you. And it's beautiful because you know you are one. I know that might sound crazy, but that's you respecting your boundaries, because you have to do that. Not everyone has that container for themselves. So they're going to pull and pull on you until you have nothing left. And maybe you're on the other side where you will give and give and give till you have nothing left. But really you're trying to get love. Respect your boundaries. And know that we are all connected. Your subconscious is what creates your reality. So whatever you're feeding your mind that you probably are not even aware of, maybe you are. Maybe you're like already past this point and you've already done this healing through the subconscious. Make the sacrifice. Because change is unavoidable. Because like nature, there are cycles of life and death, winter and spring. Are those things really dying? Or are they cultivating anew? Because energy does not die, it only transforms. And as above, so below, micro, macro, all the things. We are all the same thing. You can look at it from a different point of view, but when it all comes down to that untouchable point, it's all the same thing. You can understand it in many different ways. You are the same. You are made from the same cloth. So be vigilant with your heart. But this dragon is also very powerful and strong and brave, with boundaries around his heart. But he's not blocking it out. It is shining for everyone to see. Yet he's guarding it. Ah, embrace the masculine. What do we want to know about this? Learning a lesson. You're needing to see this past whatever it is as how can I learn from this to grow and have the very thing that I am desiring, and trusting in the magic of the universe. There's those crows again that I was called to notice about the transformation. Remember I said this, the crows are talking to me about transformation. This is trusting in that transformational process, trusting in the universe, because you know that that's how it works and you are part of it. So that's how you work as well. And here we are with, this is challenging your perception. Maybe you're coming at it from more of a heart space. But maybe you couldn't do that before because you didn't have the proper container. Oh, that's right. That reminds me of the container. The proper container, where you can also hold space for others as well. But not if you don't have your own, right? So anyway, that's beautiful. I love this. The time is now to wash away your burdens and honor your true nature. I think loving is brave, but you don't just give it away to someone that can't give that to themselves, because then they can't give that to you, and now you're just giving it all away, and that's not loving you. There's a way you can do that for both you and another. Hopefully you both have your own container and you can share it, and like those cups, pouring into each other. You're being guided somewhere. You need to listen. And it's going to require you sharing truth, and this is not from the wounded space of the 5s. We're coming at it with the 2. All right. I love you. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope I didn't lose you. I'm Eva Annie. Please follow me. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.